Thank you again. We've been hearing quite a bit on clean tech and the green revolution. We've seen Dell, Michael Dell, speaking about it as to how it's going to change his company. Your thoughts on?
I'm always worried about when everybody raises the same issue, because that means that everybody has an angle and everybody is trying to pull the thing to them. The reality of the clean tech issue is that you have 7 billion people. 7 billion people need to drink water and have to enjoy the sun and get heat, and they have to find a way to be using something else than oil for getting a lamp or getting their cars, and there's a finite amount of resources. The oil barrel is at $125. It will go at $200. So what are you going to do? You're going to have maybe $10 a gallon for fuel here. So the whole issue about clean tech is the fact that this world has finite resources. Clean tech is about optimization. So this is a huge problem. It's a big addressable market with 7 different components. And whether it's rechargeable batteries, whether it's different vehicles, whether it's solar energy, it's alternative energies, etc. And those are those 7 different domains on which clean tech is operating. In the next 10 years, it will have a transformative effect on the world. In the past 20 years, the most important issue was how can you get information across the globe. And the information technology was just about that concept. How do you take information and spread it? Now the next thing is going to be, how do you take the resources that you have in the world and spread them and optimize them? Information technology is about spreading information. Now you can ask, you have the picture about a hotel which happens to be in Croatia at your fingertip, right? You never anticipated when I was born to be able to see an hotel and people walking the hotel live around. And the next generation is not about information, it's about resources. And that is an infinite world as well. So we are going into the whole world of innovation has gone from the world of a few to a world of billions. And that is what is transforming the world. And that's why this industry is wonderful.
Absolutely. Little connected with your recent past of looking at this wealth distribution too. Valley is all about softwares. 2 persons in their bedrooms starting a company, taking big. But when you look at clean tech, it's not as easy as that. We see a lot of wealth again in sovereign funds in Russia, certain parts of India, China, other places, South America not to mention. Any thoughts on that billions in private equity or sovereign funds being there to help startup in the Valley here? Not through VCs, but otherwise on their own directly.
Well, I'm going to tell you, every time there's an idea, there's money.
Right.
Because every time there are 10 ideas, there's a great company.
Correct.
So the point is that everyone wants to go to the pump and get those 10 ideas, and they know that one of them will be a great idea. The sovereign funds are not doing anything that the other people are not doing. They realize where the brains are. The good things that there are 3 things which have changed in the past 5 years. The brains are everywhere. The brains are accessible, okay, and there is money from many places. So there used to be a very small channel. You had to go through those people. If they didn't take you, you had no chance. Now there are people across the globe who can give you the money. You know, before it was like going and begging only to the same person who has the most money in town. It was the only one who could give you money. Today, you have a lot of rich people, so you can go and ask them money. So this is a very different world.
Well, thank you. We also keep hearing about various levels of recession, stagflation in the globe. What has been your experience and any advices to the entrepreneurs starting now?
About what?
The climate to start a company. Would you suggest them to check the job?
That is very interesting. I remember Bill Gates saying one day, no one ever starts a company because of tax rate. No one ever starts a company because there's a 3% recession and there's a mortgage-backed security problem or there's a bank which has problem. You start an idea because you have a passion and you think you can make a difference. People tell you this year is a bad year for starting. No. There's no good year to have children. You know, there are people who got children in the middle of a war when there are bombs next door. Right? So if people can have children in terrible condition, people can have ideas in terrible condition. The only thing is that people have to dream out loud and make it happen. And that is nothing that you can learn. There is no correlation, absolutely none, between the state of the economy and the innovation and the brain power.
Yes. You mentioned in the end of your moderation that you believe you're there to help the entrepreneurs globally.
Yeah.
How can the entrepreneur reach out to Alex? And
first, they send me emails, and I'm going to tell you one thing that we have done in the past 5 years. We have gone to Dragon Venture in Vietnam. We have gone to reach out to Vincera in Taiwan. We have gone to this fund in Ukraine. We have gone to them and we told them, who are your entrepreneurs? Tell us the story. Tell them their story. Tell us their dream. And we took those dreams, which were small windows to the world, and we expanded their window and made them visible. If every day we give a chance to an entrepreneur who would have an opportunity to be known across the globe thanks to us, we are fulfilling a mission. That's what I'm born for. That's what I'm doing.
That's very nice. Any thoughts on the Web 2.0, virtual worlds, animation, areas not really connected to our clean technologies or software, but that's the huge markets. Any thoughts on that from a journalist perspective?
You know, this world has changed on us. The media world has changed for many dimensions. One, the underpinning of a world is that if you send something to someone and the person reads it, it will be or she will be accepting to pay for it. The second thing is that if there are many people who pay for it, there will be an advertiser who will pay for it on top. And the third thing is that if you can take that and port it to another medium, you will have the same stream of revenue. The whole thing has changed on us. Nobody wants to pay. Advertisers are still stuck in an old model, have not shifted, so on. And the third thing is that when you take the same content and you bring it on a mobile, it's a totally different world. And you take that thing on the mobile, information on the mobile, and you put it on TV, it's a different world. You have to repurpose every content. So today the media world is facing an enormous amount of challenge. How can you survive by creating content without getting money? It's very difficult.
Alex, any last-minute advice to our audience in Thai here?
Well, just talk to people before you start something. Talk to everyone you know. And one thing you never know is where you can get someone to give you that piece of wisdom which is going to enable you to fight the tiger.
Alex, on that note, thank you very much for sparing your thoughts. We have lots of questions. We'll probably have an animation of you so that we can get more of it, but we'd certainly be in touch. Our leaders, again, you've given us how to reach you, and we look forward to more wisdom to flow from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
From TaiCon.